to not touch her. I've told the men not to touch you. And he says this in verse 9. And the ideal position of a gleaner was right behind the harvesters. So the people who are harvesting the grain, the gleaners were right behind them picking up what was left. Where one would be, so that you could be the first to pick up whatever that fell from the stalks. However, a gleaner who followed too closely was vulnerable to rough treatment by the workmen. So he wanted her to be in a prime position to pick up all that was being left for her. But he also didn't want any harm to come to her. And so before Boaz was even connected to Ruth in a romantic way, he was looking out for Ruth, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what he was doing when he told the workers not to put their hands on her. Don't touch her. Make sure that she's in an opportune position to pick up all that's being dropped, all that's being left for her, and make sure that you don't put your hands on her. You don't touch her, right? And so, again, I was thinking about this, and I'm like, wow, this man, before he had any part of her, was looking out for her well-being. Before he had any part of her, was making sure that she was safe. Before he had any part of her, so then I started to think about myself. I think I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about me. So when I look for a man, is he, before he has any part of me, is he thinking about my well-being? Is he thinking about me being able to get all of the favor of God, or all that God has in store for me? Before he has any part of me, is he thinking about me and my safety? And Boaz proves that that was a concern of his, because he mentions it. He tells Ruth, and not only does he tell Ruth, but he tells the people that work for him. So, as we keep going in the scripture, if somebody, or I'm not even going to make you, I'm going to just read it to you so Sharon doesn't have to keep doing all this work. At verse 10, it says, at this, she bowed down with her face to the ground. She asked him, why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me, a foreigner? Boaz replied, I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband. How you left your father and mother and your homeland and came to live with a people that you did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord and the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge. May I continue to find favor in your eyes. May I continue to find favor in your eyes, my Lord, she said. You have put me at ease by speaking kindly to your servant, though I do not have the standing of one of your servants. At mealtime, okay, hold on before we keep going. So, so when she asked Boaz, what is it that has made you show such favor to me? And Boaz tells her pretty much what he had heard, what the word on the street was, right? So he was like, well, I've heard people talking about how you gave up everything to come here and be with your mother. I've heard people talking about how you're such a hard worker. And it's important that we realize as women that there's an old saying that people say all the time, your reputation precedes you. And in this situation, it's important that we realize that us as Christians on our own Christian walk, on our own Christian journey, we have to be very cognizant of what we do, what we say, how we hold ourselves, because people are constantly watching us, and we never want to be we never want to be a stumbling block for someone else. I think about this all the time. My Christian journey is my Christian journey, just like your Christian journey is your Christian journey. But at the end of the day, we would be foolish to think that people aren't watching what we do and making sure that what we say matches up with what we do. So we can't proclaim to be Christians. Oh, I'm a Christian. I love God. You don't love God, what's wrong with you? Right? We can't act like Christians and say Christian things and carry around our Bible, and then on the flip side of that, be cussing out people, we know all the things that we should and should not be doing. The point I'm trying to make is that how we live is very important to it's very important to our Christian journey, because our reputation is going to precede us, and so we have to be mindful that there's always somebody who's watching us, and it's not about people. A lot of times, we have to understand that the eyes of God are everywhere, and we can say that we're a Christian. We can walk around with our Bible in our purse. We can know all the scripture in the world, but God sees us when nobody else sees us. So does your lifestyle match up with the words that are coming out of your mouth? Does is your heart as pure as your words? And I'm gonna leave it at that, because